Hello, my viewers. My name is Ronald Regan, Fox under Century Fox, United States, and BBC and LBC in London here. I've got a gentleman right here in Morden to talk about the Leave campaign in Morden today. So hello, my viewers. You're going to listen to some questions from Ronald Regan Fox about the campaign of Leave campaign in Morden. Some British people want to leave the European community. Hello, sir. What is your name, sir?
My name is Jeremy Wraith.
Jeremy Wraith. So I want to ask you some questions, sir, back to the focus on European leaving campaign. Why do you think British people want to leave the European community? Why do you campaign for this?
Because there are many reasons, but the five main ones, right, are we can control our own destiny.
Yes.
In the EU, we have no control over the way they run everything.
Yes.
Witness the fact that we had to go and ask permission.
Yes.
Not to put 5% VAT on transport.
Yes.
We're the fifth largest economy in the world.
Yes.
And it's absolutely insulting to have to do that. Also, we don't have to pay all this money to the EU.
Yes.
We don't have to be in the EU to trade with the EU.
To trade with the EU.
We don't have to have a trade agreement with the EU.
Trade agreement with the EU,
We
yes.
don't have to have that either.
Okay.
Every country in the world already has access to the EU single market.
EU single market, yes.
Now, on top of that, we can control our borders.
Yes.
And I think at the moment it's very, very degrading because to keep immigration down.
Immigration down, yes.
Yeah. The government is putting a brake on Commonwealth immigrants coming to the UK.
Exactly, yeah.
Now, I was born in the Commonwealth.
Yes.
Okay. I was born in India.
Yes.
And I'm very much in favour of the Commonwealth.
Okay, I'm going to hold on, gentlemen, right there. As you, my viewers, you can hear that quite well. The man has just mentioned some points right here. Control of their own borders. Everybody is entitled to free trade under the EU law to trade with the EU. So these people are campaigning to leave the European community or to leave, to get the power right back in England here. Another question I have for you, in my view, the way I see it is like, what about when you think about joining the EU, but United Kingdom is the superpower country inside the EU to fight within? Do you disagree with that kind of opinion of UK to be the leader of the EU to fight within? But when they have special status, I'm talking about special privileged status of the UK.
Yeah.
What do you say about the special privileged status of the UK into the EU? Focus on that.
Okay. It's a good question, but it doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist.
Because in every time that the UK has tried to change EU policy,
yes,
we've been outvoted. And I think it's 70 out of 70 times.
Yes.
So the fact that the UK can do anything different in the EU
yes,
is totally out of the question.
Good. My viewers, you can hear that quite well. The man is sticking to UK leaving the EU. One of the points he has said that they have power over their destiny. That is a very important issue about the UK. They want to control their own borders, control their own immigration, control their own destiny, because they have an option of controlling whoever comes in and whoever who goes out. Power back to the people of the UK. So as I told you once again under Ronald Regan Fox, under the previous experiment of the campaign of EU referendum coming on, is that UK people want to be under the control of their own borders and control over their own people and control over their own currency. They don't want to be controlled by the EU in Belgium. They don't want controls from Brussels. That's why Mr. Johnson, the ex-mayor of London, is talking about exactly the same thing. So to my viewers out there, you have an opinion to leave or to stay in. But here in Morden, it's all about leaving the EU. They don't want EU no more. They don't want nobody to control them. They can have control over people who are coming from Commonwealth. They can still work with the United States, Canada, everywhere else. So people here, they are campaigning to leave the EU because they want power to come back to Westminster or to come back to England. My viewers, you can hear that quite well. The gentleman has got a point. So this is the Leave campaign. After, I'm going to go to the In campaign in another city. But today in Morden, we are broadcasting about UK leaving the EU because of sounding reason. UK has never been controlled by anybody. They don't want nobody to control them. They want to have power into their country. So people, listen to this. It makes sense to you. Time is clicking. We are soon going to be voting. People, listen. Those on the Leave campaign have power to fight. Face your fears. UK people, face your fears. You don't need to be controlled by Brussels. You don't need to be controlled by someone else. But why are you allowing that to be controlled by someone else? That's right here, broadcasting in Morden, Ronald Regan Fox. And now I've got one more last question that I have for you, sir. Is that, as we see in the history that UK, they had Commonwealth countries before, they've been trading before. Why is it that many people now have fear? Why is the fear of people they want to join in? They can't be independent and strong to face their fears, to stay independent. Why? People are not strong. Why do you think about people not being strong to face their fears, to be independent?
Well, I'm not sure. I think that the thing is that the whole EU concept has been built on lies.
Lies.
Yeah. Ted Heath lied to us 40 years ago.
Yes.
The Conservative government, the Conservative Party, has never ever admitted that, acknowledged that, or apologised for that.
Exactly.
Now, that is a well-known fact.
Yes.
And they are still lying to us.
Yes.
They've been lying to us for over 40 years.
Oh, right.
And, when you hear Cameron coming out with ridiculous statements about World War III starting, I mean, it is absolutely ludicrous.
Very good. What about, hold on, I'm going to ask you about Churchill's legacy. Churchill was fighting the war in Europe, the same war, and then he won the war. UK never joined the EU, they stayed independent. Do you want to tell me that the Prime Minister right now, David Cameron, is he weaker? To be like is intimidated that he's joining the EU, because Churchill never joined the EU. No. Talk about Churchill history.
Well, the EU came sometime after Churchill.
Yes.
And I don't think Churchill would have contemplated joining the EU in any form.
Okay.
Any form at all. The thing is, he had faith in the UK,
yes,
which is what we have,
of course,
as opposed to the people who want to stay in,
yes,
who seem to think that we can't run the country ourselves.
But you can, yes,
absolutely,
exactly. Oh, my viewers. So, what is the name of your organization, sir, or the charity organization that you're representing to leave UK? What is the? Are you under MERTON Council or?
No, we're part of the GRASSROOTSOUT organisation.
Grassroots organization.
And, the Vote Leave side.
Vote Leave side. Nice to meet you once again under Ronald Regan, Century Fox News, LBC, ABCN, WBS. You're gonna see this quite well in your studio. Nice to meet you once again. It's been a pleasure meeting you, sir.
All
right.
Sir. Thank you.
Bye bye.
Thank you.